Yo everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another trade recap. Bro, today I'm pretty sure I had the quickest stop loss hit that I've ever had in my life. Literally probably less than a minute. Um, yeah, so if y'all didn't know, somehow yesterday the markets completely crashed out and it was wild during FOMC. So I was expecting for price to push back up because that was a pretty big overreaction in my opinion. And yeah, we had a long setup and that shit just immediately got stopped out. You know what I mean? So yeah, it sucks because if we had waited a couple more minutes, then we would have had a really clean short setup. But it's whatever, bro. I checked off all my boxes for like the trade, for me to enter the trade, but I definitely think that I was way too impatient, especially on a day like today where there's still going to be a lot of bearish or a lot of sellers. People don't know if the market is actually crashing or if this was just overreaction. There's a lot of confusion in the air, so yeah. I think I was just really eager to try and get in a trade. Also, like the moves are obviously like double what usually like the or what am I trying to say? Like the candlesticks are usually like double the amount of like ticks or points or whatever, pretty much than usual because like we saw this happen after the previous like market crash when like everything dropped like 5% or something. The next couple of days the volatility was like crazy, and so yeah, we were just being way too impatient. We should have waited for some better confirmation, I think. And yeah, with all that being said, oh yeah, the other thing, the daily loss limit guys came in clutch. So yeah, good thing that I implemented that. And yeah. Anyways, let's get into this recap. All right, so yeah, guys, we did get pretty cooked. I'm not gonna lie. Literally, like the fastest stop loss I think I've ever hit. And yeah, we can see I have my area marked out. Saw a strong bullish reaction off it. It looks like we're actually gonna get the move, but yeah. Fuck, bro. Anyways, this was the entry. Stops hit somewhere around here. I tried to re-enter, but lucky for me, I got my what's it called? Max loss, whatever, triggered, so I was not able to lose any more money on this trade. And yeah, it can go through. It's like 168 per account. It sucks, bro, because if this candle flipped, we could have caught a really good short setup with the break and retest. Or if this candle flips, or if this candle breaks back above, we could have caught a really good long setup if we were patient enough, but we weren't, and this is the result of what happened. Let me see if I go back to that's right here. Okay, so yeah, you can see the quickest stop loss ever. That is just not what you want to start your day to, bro. And I can admit that I was being way too impatient. I probably should have looked at these lows here as my area of interest and not these lows, to be honest. Switch to 30. Yeah. This is just not what you want to have happen, bro. Yeah, you don't want to wake up at 6 in the morning just to hop on the computer and lose $150 per account in less than 5 minutes. It's a pretty bad feeling. But you know what? What can you do? This is what happens when you're a little bit too impatient. Now, like I said, everything else about this was pretty solid in my opinion. Like we should have waited longer. Like I took the trade at like 7:01. I should have waited way longer for the 30-minute count to like actually create some form of price action. Wait to see how price is actually going to react to the volatility that happens with the second 30-minute candle of the day. Also, we had orange folder news. I don't really think that affected the markets too much. However, on a day like today where the size of the candles are actually like really big, so like if we just measure like any random candle from the wick down, like boom, 45 ticks,
Like, we've had days this winter where the range for the entire day has been 45 ticks. Even like the open candle, bro, was insane. 90 ticks on the open candle. That is wild. That's like a whole. That's literally a 3 to 1. Pretty much. Because if we look at what we were aiming for, 2.97, whatever. And yeah, guys, it's unfortunate, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't want to say I wasn't expecting much, but I was pretty much expecting that we're probably gonna get stopped because of how much volume there is. Whether that means I should have just not traded is possible. It's a possibility. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed, bro. With this trade, like, this was a bullish candle, second 30-minute open bullish, but we didn't give enough time to actually do anything, right? Like, it clearly just literally completely tanked after like the first like 30 seconds. So it's like we didn't really give enough time. We should have waited for a better reaction other than just one bullish candle that couldn't even engulf this candle. So yeah, to be honest, I don't like it. I don't like the trade. I'm pretty upset about it. So we switch back to Tradeovate. See, boom, that would have been a long setup right there. If we close above this area, bro, like, oh my gosh, bro, fuck. It is what it is, bro. We had a lot of new volatility come in. Man, we missed out. We missed out just from, like, being fucking a few minutes too impatient, guys. Wow, that sucks. Wow, that sucks. This would have been a really good long setup. Especially if this candle flipped. Well, maybe not. Maybe we would have got stopped out again. Who knows, to be honest. With this amount of volatility is pretty wild. But, yeah, I bet we target these highs. Yeah, I should have had this area marked out as my interest instead of this area. And we do still have to kind of break these wicks in order to push up. It looks like there is actually a lot of sellers. I don't know, maybe today just wasn't a really good day to trade, to be honest, unless you kind of like really sniped your entry because, yeah, the stops, bro. Having my 14-point stop loss just get absolutely rammed by this one candle and then move down pretty much double. It's just, yeah, I don't know, man. Either we should have either downsized and had bigger stops, bigger TPs, or we should have just not traded. I think downsizing would have been better. That's what I did last time whenever we had that one crash and the next day the volatility of each candle or the size of each candle was just absolutely insane. All that I did was downsize, cut my position size in half, and then went for double the stop, double the TP, and I was able to play it pretty well. I should have done that coming into today, to be honest. I'm not sure why I didn't. I was just too eager to take a trade, I think. I think that was the main problem with today's. I was just too eager to take a trade, and I really wanted to try and capitalize off of, the newfound volatility in the markets, and it looks like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looks like it would have been hard to catch a trade, bro, unless, like, we caught maybe the flip of this, but then that's not really any confirmation, to be honest. That's just one flip, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I don't see, so far during aim session, I don't see myself being able to take a trade. Unless this candle flipped and we could enter along off that. But yeah, you know what I mean? I just don't see it. I don't think I should have taken this first trade at all. You know what I mean? Like, I checked off the boxes, except I was just too impatient, It's like, you can have these set rules, but when you have days after, like, when you have a day, like, bro, for, like, the fucking daily chart, bro. Like, I know all my levels, like, Tradeovate's so messy, bro, but, I mean, I know that, like, when you have a day like this, coming into the markets the next day, you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be increased volatility. You know that, that your stops are probably going to get, like, absolutely smashed unless you either, like I said, downsize and double the targets or just, like, are very good snipers. So, yeah, I mean, this would have been good longs. Our stops would have had to be, like, right at the bottom of this wick, so you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, if we had doubled, then we would have had if we had downsized, we would have had a better stop, probably like somewhere around here, around these lows, which would have made more sense than just the bottom of that wick, which, like, look, if we had entered long, bro, we'd probably be about to get stopped out right now, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know, man, it's just, like, either downsize and double your targets, or just, like, be extra patient. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Today was just, yeah, I mean, like, I'm not really. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. You know what I mean? It just sucks to wake up, enter a trade, and just immediately get absolutely cooked. Like I said, it checked off the boxes. You know what I mean? Like we were at an area of interest. We had one bullish reaction. I'd say we should have waited for a better confluence, right? Like this candle, if it had closed above this wick, then maybe that would have been a better bullish confluence. But it didn't even take out this candle here. And then the next 30-minute, bro, it just opened green. And so then I just took longs. That wasn't the best idea, especially because it came out with orange folder news, which isn't crazy, but it'll introduce a little bit of volatility. Also, we know that the next 30-minute candle of the day will always create some form of, what's it called? Some form of increased volatility, whether it's in or against your direction. So we should have waited and saw how this played out, right? We should have been more patient. We should have waited to see how this played out. And then we potentially could have been in for some longs at a better entry. But yeah, you know, I'm not gonna say that today, you know, like if I had waited, I would have definitely caught a winning trade, because that's potentially not true. I mean, just based on the huge amount of size that each candle is covering, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, we could have if we got lucky with our entry, but if we it would have been better if we had just downsized and then doubled our targets for stop and TP. Cut it to 2 micros instead of 4. By the way, I forgot to tell you guys, like on Mondays when I brought back my original size. So for a while there during December, I was trading only 2 micros. I had cut my position inside in half because I was on a really bad losing streak. But boom, there's our bullish reaction. But yeah, then I went ahead and went back on Monday after I started getting some confidence back in my trades. So yeah, it sucks. It looks like we did have the right idea. I mean, you know, it's too soon to tell until we really break these like wicks and decide if we're gonna push up or not. But to be honest, after seeing us break below this level, come back above, try to break back below, and then currently pushing back above, I would feel confident taking longs. You know, we could potentially just get cooked, you know what I mean? And that's possible. It looks like that's what might happen. But you know what? I think that, you know, today was just one of those days where we were too eager to take a trade. Looks like if we took longs, we would have actually gotten cooked. So yeah, today just doesn't look like it's a great day for me to be trading, you know what I mean? Just because of like the huge amount of volume that each candle is covering, you know, it's a very indecisive market right now, especially after yesterday. So yeah, it's unfortunate how this played out, you know what I mean? Getting stopped out in like less than a minute or so, whatever. We can check. 30 seconds, bro, is the average losing trade. The longest losing trade. 59 seconds, bro. 59 seconds. And, like, bro, that is the reality, bro. That is so crazy to think about, that you can just, like, get a trade in 59 seconds. Boom, you're done. Like, that's so crazy. Yeah, looks like our longs have been cooked. There's a strong resistance over here. So, anyways, it doesn't matter, bro. We're not trading. We shouldn't have traded at all. And, yeah, it's just unfortunate, bro. It's unfortunate how this played out, you know what I mean? We should have had the discipline to wait, and that's what I'm going to work on tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to work on waiting for the second 30-minute candle to start forming better. Wow, our longs have gone cooked twice. It's a good thing I didn't take that. But yeah, I mean, like, what was I saying? Yeah, bro, we're going to work on just letting that second 30-minute candle form a lot better. Or giving that second 30-minute candle more time to form. Sorry, it's still super early, bro. It's only 7:22 right now. I mean, we got fucking stopped in like record time, bro. But yeah, I shouldn't have traded today, and if I did, I should have been way more patient. Looks like shorts are probably the play. You know what I mean? Like, if you give the markets more time to kind of like play out, bro, you can see like you'll be able to tell like. It just becomes more clear, you know what I mean? But to be fair, like, we have pretty strong bullish reactions. This candle was looking like it wanted to be bullish for a moment, and then we just have shit like this. So, yeah, it looks like our area did turn into a resistance. We just had a little bit of a fake out or whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? So it'd be a good break and retest setup for shorts. But again, I would say decrease size, create like a bigger stop. Because if we took shorts like down here, bro, like our stops would be literally like 67, be like right here, you know what I mean? So it wouldn't even be above the level, so we would want to like decrease and double so we could set our stops like this high or something. To be honest, after a candle like this though, I don't know if it would even matter. But anyways, yeah, that's the trade for today. Really bad. And yeah, this is a day where either you want to decrease size or you want to just not trade. And right now it's looking like it's just chopping in a pretty big range. And yeah, we should have been patient, guys. We should have been patient. But you know what? Not much to say about this recap. I mean, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, if this was any other day and I had these confluences, I should have waited for way more confluences, by the way. I should wait for a better confluence than just one bullish candle. That wasn't even that bullish, because once we got to the top of the body, we started rejecting. We couldn't even close up here. And we were trading below VWAP. So now that I look back at it, it's like, yes, hindsight, but also like we were trading below VWAP. We didn't even cover this candle, and we didn't give the next candle enough time to do anything, actually. Like, we literally got in pretty much at the open of the next 30 minute candle, or like 30 seconds after the open, so we didn't give that candle enough time to do anything. So the lesson that I'm going to take away from this is to make sure that we give the next 30 minute candle time to do something. And like I was even telling my friend yesterday, I was like, you know what, I feel like PA has been like, it hasn't been horrible, but it's like you've had to wait longer for the real move to happen, you know what I mean? Because like in the past, before December price action, you were kind of able to like get in on like the 30 minute candle or the second 30 minute candle of the day, or maybe like a couple minutes after, and then you would end up, you know, being on the right side or the wrong side of the move for the day. You know, now if you kind of get in on the next 30 minute candle, you're probably going to chop around, have a bit of a fake out, potentially get stopped out, and then the real move will happen. So I was saying all that, but I wasn't taking my own advice, right? I was getting in right at the next 30 minute candle. I was too eager to take a trade, and that was the result of it. You know, just getting stopped out in record time. So that sucks. It sucks when that happens, but yeah, it's a good thing we had that daily drawdown, or that daily loss set in place that prevented us from overtrading. So I'm very happy that that worked. And yeah, bro, I'm still excited. I'm excited for tomorrow. So yeah, it's like, bro, if you try to trade like on a confluence, you know what I mean, you're just gonna get cooked unless you double your size. You know what I mean? Because it looks like, I don't know, bro. It's pretty choppy. I just shouldn't have traded today. In hindsight, yes, but I just shouldn't have traded, bro. But anyways, yeah, that was the day. This is the AM sesh that we've got so far. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna catch you guys in the outro. I think that covers everything that I really want to say. So, alright, you guys. Like I said, unfortunate day. We were doing pretty good this week, except for on Tuesday when we crashed out. Today we didn't crash out though. That's good, right? I mean, we couldn't because we set the max loss, and that's the point of it, right? So we recognized we had a fucking huge issue with overtrading and not being able to end the day red, unless it's like down to an amount of money where it's like, yeah, I kind of have to just fucking get off the charts, or else I'm gonna absolutely get screwed. Yeah, so we went ahead and implemented the max loss, and that is gonna stay on there indefinitely until we can figure our shit out. You know what I mean? I don't even see a point in taking it off, actually, to be real, because like, why would I do that? It's working. It's clearly working, right? Like, I want to take longs again, and the max loss stopped me, and that's good because my longs would have probably gotten stopped out. And yeah, you know what I mean. That is just like, it's good, bro. We're making the changes that are necessary. Now today, setup was okay. It's not A plus. It's not great. It was okay, but when you take into account the size of the candles and what happened yesterday, and the fact that we didn't downsize. If we had downsized and fixed our position sizing, I think setup would have been okay. We probably would have still gotten stopped out. But the fact that we didn't do that, you know what I mean? It's just, wow. We should have done that. Also, obviously, right now it's looking like charts are looking pretty bearish. I'm pretty sure that new candle is rejecting. Yeah, they flipped it off of VWAP. So, boom, looking very bearish. So yeah, longs were definitely not the play. It's actually looking like a textbook downtrend if we break these lows, to be honest. So yeah, you know what I mean? Like, maybe if we were a little more patient, we would have been able to recognize that we were bearish because price couldn't break above VWAP.
And I think that's a pretty big thing that I ignored. I tried to enter while price was still trading below VWAP after we actually did have a push up in the AM and a huge sell off that flipped the 30-minute candle. So yeah, is what it is, you know what I mean? It's not the way that I want to start my day off, but it happened. And 59 seconds, bro. We're gonna have to see if we can ever break that record of getting stopped out in the fastest time. Whatever, shit happens, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, no one wants to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, hop on the charts, and then after 59 seconds lose $450 on 3 accounts. Or across 3 accounts, 150 per account. Even actually, it's a little bit more because of slippage, because of how big these candles were. So no one wants to do that, but shit happens, and we're gonna learn from this. Okay, so tomorrow we're gonna pay attention to the size of each candle. If they are similar to the size of each candle was today during the open, then we're gonna cut our position size in half. We're gonna double our stop and double our TP. All right. Because literally, bro, like a single candle, like one single candle could have hit our entire TP today, in the amount of points, and that is not something that I should be having, like these tight, it's not even a tight stop, but compared to today, it is a tight stop. You know what I mean? Like with my entries, I'm not like a crazy sniper, right? Like I like to enter my trades off of some sort of reaction off of an area of interest, so that means that price will already be moving in my direction while I'm entering my trade. To a certain extent, so that means that I need to give myself a little bit of leeway with my stop loss, which is why I usually have like a 7-point stop loss to a 14-point TP, something like that. And so yeah, today those amount of points, they just didn't make sense today because literally some of the candles, well, I'm pretty sure every single candle was at least the size of my stop loss, and then some of the candles would have actually brought me to over my TP. Like the first opening candle, the amount of ticks that it was literally like a 2.6 something whatever R on my usual trading size. So that was something I should have read earlier on, you know what I mean? And we live and we learn. So even though this literally happened, what was it, August? It happened during August, right? Whenever the markets all crashed out. I traded the next day, and I initially like crashed out, and then I realized like, well, I didn't like crash out, but like I had taken a loss, and I realized like, yeah, I gotta cut my position size in half. So I did that last time, and I was able to end the day green because of that. This time, I obviously didn't learn from that. I just completely went out like, or completely forgot about that day. So even though it's literally the exact same shit that's happening today. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, you know what I mean? That's just is what it is, you know what I mean? And we are going to have to learn from this. So tomorrow we're going to come into the markets with more of a patience, or with way more patience. All right, like today we're supposed to come with patience, we failed. Shit happens, you know what I mean? We're gonna have to come into the market tomorrow with more patience. We're gonna have to wait for the second 30-minute candle to actually start forming, give us a clear direction, and then enter a trade if we see a setup. So yeah, I think that's all I covered though, to be honest. L day, very big L day, the fastest stop pretty much ever, under a minute by 1 second. Yeah, bro, that's how quick you can lose money. But you know what I mean, we're not upset about it, you know what I mean. We're taking the lesson, and we're gonna learn, and we're gonna come back tomorrow hopefully stronger. And yeah, that's it for this recap, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Alright guys, I'm actually about to head up to the gym. I know I just did the outro, but real quick, I kind of wanted to, like, I feel like, I'm looking at the charts right now, I feel like this does apply. So like, here, like to today, basically, it applies to today. Yes, it's pretty choppy. These moves are really big, and like I'm saying, like, here, we were trying to take long dollars area, right? We end up having a break below, a retest, and then a huge break back below, another retest. And if we were able to catch shorts like off of somewhere like here, I feel like this would have been like a really good trade. We came up, tapped, flipped, we could have taken shorts, and caught a pretty big move down. Right now, that's great. And then also on SPY, we can see that we're in a very clear bearish trend. I know that like I'm trying to record this off of like my camera instead of like what's it called? Instead of just screen recording, I'm trying to do this real quick, but I know it's not really focusing that well. But we can see that every time we try to cross VWAP, we've had a big rejection, and I know it's pretty choppy right now. But this is just kind of like I feel like this is obviously all hindsight trading, but like coming back, I'm seeing very clear bearish setups, and it's like it just depends on like how long are you willing to wait for these to play out, you know what I mean? Because like say we caught like maybe like this as a retest, boom, we enter in on the flip, right? We'd be in a little bit of profit, but then boom, we would have most likely gone stopped out. That is, unless we double our position size and double our stops, right? Because there's a huge influx of buyers that just stepped in, came back up, had a very good retest of this zone here. And then if we'd entered off here, then we would have been able to catch like a really clean trade with just this one candle, get out these lows. I'm pretty sure that would have been like 14 points right there, from 53 to 71. So yeah, that's pretty much 14 points or more just off that one candle, But yeah, like. And if like the thing is though, if these candles were like half the size like they usually were, then I would call this like really bad chop. You know what I mean? Cause like I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. I just feel like looking at these charts. Oh shit, hold on, zoomed in. There you go. As I was saying, I just feel like looking at these charts, it just kind of like still, it kind of just brings up the point of like patience. You know what I mean? Like right now. It's 8:17, so this move has happened about like 1.5 hours after markets opened. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is just like a talking point that I can continue to bring up, which is so far this month I've seen the narrative of like you've got to be a little bit more patient. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have an idea of what's gonna happen, you have maybe a reaction off your level. Maybe wait for a bit more confirmation, right? Like maybe if we're looking for like price, maybe let's say price comes down to an area of supply and we have a bullish reaction off this area of supply, right? And say it's like 7:05 in the morning or something. Rather than just like going in off of that, maybe let's wait and see if price is either going to continue pushing up, maybe have a small retest and then enter off of the retest if it holds, or wait and see if price is going to just like chop around, or just like kind of wait rather than trying to get in as early as possible. I feel like we're going to have to just be waiting more, you know what I mean? Wait for the move to start to play out, because like I feel like I'd rather miss out on a move because I was patient than just continue to get kind of like have these days where it's like win loss because like, and then like have my position stopped out and then have it continue to move in my direction, you know what I mean? Which isn't what happened today. Obviously we got the direction wrong for the most part, because right now it's just chopping in a pretty big range, to be real. It's actually, price is moving up, back to VWAP again, so it's pretty choppy. Yes, you can make money off of this because of how big these moves are, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought that looking at the charts, just like kind of seeing like, hey, if we were a bit more patient, if we waited longer during the day, there's potential that we could have caught a really clean short setup, right? And this is all, obviously, it's like all hindsight trading, and you know what I mean? Like if I was actually in the markets at this time, would I have taken that first setup that I was talking about where we had that retest, flip, push, and then price would have moved a little bit in our way, and then we would have most likely gone stopped out. But because price decided to start ripping back up before rejecting again, or would I have waited for that second setup? Maybe wait for the lows to be taken out, and then got in onto my shorts off that second rejection, and then be able to actually catch a W trade. You know what I mean? So it's like, how patient would I have been today? Because to catch that move, we would have had to wait probably like an hour to an hour and a half into market open, pretty much. So. Yeah, it's like how patient would I have been, and obviously I just don't think today was a good day for me to trade, you know what I mean? It's like day after the markets completely crashed, we had very, very big candle movement, and yeah, I came into it obviously kind of with the idea like, oh, after yesterday there's no way price is going to move down anymore, and I was unable to kind of really shake that. Also, I was not patient enough with my confluences. I should have waited for better confluences. I have this habit of basically, if we're at open, price moves down, into an area that I'm an area of interest, and we have like one bullish candle, then I'll have this habit of just trying to take longs, right? And what I should do is I should wait to see if this bullish candle is able to actually like withhold sell pressure, right? Like if you have a bullish candle and then the next candle starts to be bullish, but then it just absolutely takes out that previous bullish candle, takes out that level, then it's like, okay, we had one green candle and now we're just like in the day. And so it's like, was that really good entry, you know? So what I gotta do is I gotta wait, right? I gotta be like, okay, have a bullish reaction. I want to see if buyers can actually carry through with this move, or if the next candle is just gonna absolutely take out this previous candle that I am looking at. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to be more patient. We're gonna be waiting, and the idea was to be patient today, but I just didn't follow through with it. You know what I mean? And it's hard. You know, it's tough, but it's the reality. You know, you gotta have that patience. You gotta like. Still dealing with things like FOMO. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was most likely the reason why I wanted to get in on this trade. I was like, dang, there's a lot of movement. You know, I really want to capitalize off this. And it resulted in a 59-second stop loss. So, it's pretty hilarious. But, you know what I mean? Shit happens. I think that should be all, though. I just kind of wanted to show you guys, you know, it's like, yeah, if we were more patient, if we were extra patient, you know, we potentially could have caught shorts, you know what I mean? Potentially could have caught shorts without getting stopped out. Even if we did get stopped out on shorts, I still would have liked that trade better. Could have aligned with my strategy more. And obviously, price is actually moving back up right now. So, yeah, it's a little choppy. This is what I'm talking about. AM sesh is like, I mean, today is obviously an interesting day, you know what I mean? But, yeah, AM sesh has kind of been a little bit interesting lately, you know what I mean? Not saying that, like, and like I said, today is, like, obviously really, it's an outlier type of day, you know what I mean, because of what happened yesterday. And, holy shit, markets are actually looking like they're going to rip. So it's looking like our long play would have actually played out if we had taken it off of a different area. Wow, that's wild. But you know what? That's the reality, bro. You can't catch everything. You know what I mean? It's just, bro, another reason why patience, bro. Literally this right here that I'm, like, watching in real time is, like, another reason why patience fucking wins every time, bro. If you're just patient, bro. Wait for price to actually give you a direction, you know what I mean? And instead of trying to, like, get in so early off of just, like, the first confluence you see, you know what I mean? Or this is more for me, you know, I need to do this. Instead of trying to get in so early off of the first confluence that I see, I just start waiting and seeing how price is going to react throughout the day. If buyers or sellers are going to actually be able to continue this move that I'm looking at, or if this is just a one-time candle that's about to be taken out, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think today was a little bit tricky just based on what happened yesterday and the huge volatile candles and the AM sesh chop, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not upset about taking an L, but I am a little bit upset about how I took the L, you know what I mean? Just because I wasn't patient enough. The goal of today was to be patient, and I failed that pretty much. So, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Luckily, we had that daily max loss, so we didn't go crazy. And, yeah, anyways, I already did my outro, but, again, I hope y'all enjoyed. Hopefully, y'all caught some good trades today, or didn't trade, or whatever, you know what I mean? But, yeah. Wishing y'all the best of luck, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.